global setup and global teardown. Okay, the name itself it's saying that it's a global. Global means which is going to be common across. Okay, so global setup and global teardown. Okay, so setup will execute once before all the test executions. Okay, so here what we'll do here is here we will write the logic of launching the browser and maintain its state and store it in the JSON. Okay, what we will do, we will launch the browser and we will maintain that state in the JSON. Got it? Okay, now tear down. For example, here, not only that, connecting to a database, right? Reading XYZ from ABC sources, all those things, right? We'll be writing inside our global setup things. Okay, tear down is closing activities, whatever that are there, right? We'll be writing inside your tear down. You'll be writing under your tear down. Make sense? Clear? Anyone, any questions? Okay, so how to write or where to write this? How to write or where to write this? Okay, now let's see that. So what you want to do here is at your project root level, I'll ask you guys to create or create a separate folder and place it under that, or else create it under your create under your project itself. Okay, it's up to you how you want to do. Okay, give the name as global setup.ts. Okay, global teardown.ts. Okay, so we have two things, global setup.ts and global tear.ts. See, this global teardown is completely optional. It's not mandatory. If you don't have any activity, don't write it. Just leave it like that. Okay. Now for this global setup.ts, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to write a function here. Write your code here. Whatever the logic that you want to write, just write it here. Okay, so I'm going to create a method name as global setup. Similarly, in my global teardown, I'll just keep it as global I mentioned it as global tier down completed. Now where to call these two things? What you want to do here is under your define config, right? Just press and enter and type global setup colon require dot resolve forward slash global setup. Similarly for this global tier down also. So I mentioned at my project level, right? I have written that directly here. Go and pick up this. So in your case, what you do, right? Go if you want to keep in. If you want to keep in some other place, you go and keep it there. Okay, not a problem. Now, let me go to any one of the test cases here that we have. Now see here, I try to execute here. What happened here? See, global setup file must be export a single function. What it is telling that there is some issue. It means that my global setup is getting triggered. Can you see there is an issue? I know that what is the issue. But see here, it is being picked up and it started throwing an issue here. Can you guys read this?
Yes.
Right. So it means that there is some problem there. What is the problem? It is telling that the functions that are available in the global.ts, global setup.ts should get exported. Should get export. So how do I export it? Just go down and write a statement called as export default global setup. Here also global tier down. Okay, now let's run this. So let's restart this once. Now see here, the global setup has been completed. Is that clear?
Mm.
Okay. So once the test case is completed, it will execute the global tier down also. So this won't get passed, right? I have written like something else there. Okay. So this is how we write our global setup inside our test cases altogether.
ప్రతాప్ సారీ నాకు ప్రైమ్ పర్పస్ అర్థం కాలేదు.
సి నీకు ఏదో చెప్పింది నేను నీ టెస్ట్ కేసెస్ అన్నిటికన్నా ముందు
అవును.
ఆల్రెడీ లాగిన్ అయిపోవాలి టెస్ట్ కేసెస్కి. అసలు ఫంక్షన్ వాడదలుచుకోలేదు. ఒక డేటాబేస్ కనెక్ట్ అయిపోవాలి. డేటాబేస్ కనెక్షన్ నీకు ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ అయి ఉండాలి.
అవును.
నువ్వు ఎక్కడ కూడా యూజర్కి వెళ్ళి నువ్వు డేటాబేస్ కనెక్ట్ అవ్వని చెప్పకూడదు. సో ఇలాంటి సెటప్ యాక్టివిటీస్ ఏమైతే ఉంటాయో అక్రాస్ అన్ని టెస్ట్ కేసెస్కి ఆ సెటప్ యాక్టివిటీస్ అన్నిటిని నువ్వు గ్లోబల్ setup.ts ఫైల్లో నువ్వు సెటప్ చేసుకుంటావు. ఇక్కడ రాస్తావు లాజిక్స్ అన్ని. కాలింగ్ అంటారు.
అంటే మనం ఇక్కడ ఏమి రాయలే కదా లాగిన్ అని.
జస్ట్ ఐ రోట్ ఏ సింపుల్ థింగ్ యాజ్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ గ్లోబల్ సెటప్ కంప్లీట్. జస్ట్ లాగిన్ మెసేజ్ రాశాను ఇక్కడ అంతే నేను. స్టిల్ నాట్ క్లియర్?
అంటే క్లియరే, బట్ ఐ థాట్ మీరు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేసిన ఆ థియరీ ప్రకారం ఐ థాట్ ఇక్కడ మీరు అవన్నీ సెటప్ చేస్తారు అని అనుకున్నా. బట్
I'll write that. Wait. Anyone? Any questions? Okay, actually, I thought of showing with username and password. So just wait for a while. When we start our project, right, I'll be showing that we'll be setting. First, we'll be doing this global setup only, and we'll move on.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So let's see about. So what was the next one? Next topic I told you. You guys forgot anything? Okay, let's see about.
Web tables diagram.
Okay, let's see about how to handle your web tables. Let's see about how to handle your web tables. Okay, so I'm telling you the easiest way for handling your web tables. Go with your XPath. So if you go with get by role or text, it won't work actually. Okay, sorry. So to handle your web tables, go with the XPath. This is the easiest way. Okay. Okay. So web tables are built to so any unstructured data on the UI. What is going to be happen? We are going to show any unstructured data on the UI. Okay. So what will happen? It helps the user to read easily in a tabular format. In a table format, we can read the data easily. Okay. So now a web table will have the following structure. So it will be having a table as a tag, and then t head, okay, and then t body, okay. Now inside this t bodies, will be having your tr, and will be having your td. Okay. So here also will be having your tr, and you will be having your th. Okay. So now here tr is going to be called as table row, td is going to be called as table data or cell data, th is going to be called as table header, th is going to be called as your table header. Okay. So step number 1 here is get the total count of rows available in the table, then iterate each row and try to access each column. Okay, so in web table, column is dependent on a row. It will be dependent upon a row. Okay, for example, table T body and TR. What will happen? Get the rows count. Okay, now I want to go to my first row, first column. First row, first column. Okay, so this is going to be my first row, first column. Now this is going to be my first row, second column. Okay, now this is going to be my first row, third column. So like this we'll be keep iterating the number of rows and columns. Okay, so let's see how can we access this and how can we solve the problem of web tables. So I'll be navigating to this web page. Okay, so now let total rows is equal to await page dot locator of. So let's write the XPath to get total number of rows. So I'm going to locate the table here. Best thing is to locate your table, go and identify any one of the column. Based on that column, you try to identify a table. Based upon the column, try to identify the table so that you'll be getting more unique. You'll be getting more unique, or else if there is like this available with a ID available inside that, if the table is available, okay, try to identify it. But for more uniqueness, what you do, try to identify with the column name. That will never change actually. Okay, so for now what I'm going to do here is first I'll try if there are any tables available. Okay, there are two tables available. Let's not go with that. So I have only one table, / T body. So yes, I have to go inside to my table, right? T head is going to be my columns. T body is the data that I have. Inside that I want to go for my TR. So there are 556 rows available. Let's see the total count that you are getting here as well. Okay. So now to get the total number of rows, what you want to do, just put as total dot count. It will give you the total count that is available inside that particular table. Okay. So now let me run this and see what is the total count that I am going to get there. Perfect. I am getting the total rows count as 556. I am getting the total rows count as 556. So let me run through each and every row now. I equal to 1 total rows I plus plus. Okay. So instead of I'll call it as row. That will be easy for me. Okay. Now I want to get total number of columns. I want to get my total number of columns. So how can I get that? So await page dot locator. Okay, I'll use the same thing here. Okay, so for this tr first row, right, I want to get my first row. I'll put my dollar of r. Okay, so that I'll get my row number 1. For that row, how many columns are there? I'll get total count here. Now what I'm going to do here is, for let c equal to 1. Okay, to column count and c plus plus. So now I have my total number of rows and I have my total number of columns. So now this will help me to get the data easily out of it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do here is, let data cell is equal to td of c. Okay, so I'm going to get my text content out of it and I'm going to print my console.log of data cell. Now once this is completed, so I'm going to give a break here. Okay, now let's see one by one how this is going to help us to function. So I'm going to launch the browser now. Okay, so now I'm going to get the total number of count as 556. Okay, so now I'm going to get my total number of count. It is 6 column count. Okay, now so the data cell is transformer and recti. So what is this transformer recti? Let's go back and see here. This is the column name. So this is the first one, transformer and recti. Okay, so now the second column is A. Okay, yeah, I want to iterate it. I'll go to quickly here. Okay, now see here, A and 33.30, 307.80 and minus 7.65, and we have buy or sell. So like this, what will happen? Will be keep iterating all the rows. Okay, so whatever the operation that you want to perform in a web table, you go and proceed and further go and check on this and see that you're able to handle it or not. So the way how to handle web tables is, this is the way.
ఇప్పుడు హ్యాష్ టెక్స్ట్ రాసుకోలేదట్లేదా ప్రతాప్?
Sir,
హ్యాష్ టెక్స్ట్ అని చెప్పేది ఏదో వచ్చింది, హ్యాష్ రోస్.
that is to assert something.
ఓకే,
Okay, see here, it has completed and your global setup tear down also got executed successfully. So that's what, like now this is how your web tables will start functioning.
ప్రతాప్ ఈ టేబుల్ డేటా అంతా రీడ్ చేసాము ఈ ఫర్ లూప్ యూస్ చేసి, కానీ ఇప్పుడు
నేను ఏం ఆపరేషన్ పర్ఫామ్ చేయలేదు ఇక్కడ, జస్ట్ డేటా ఒకటే రీడ్ చేశాను, ప్రింట్ చేశాను అంతే.
ఆపరేషన్ పర్ఫామ్ చేయలేదంటే మీ మీనింగ్ ఏంటి?
ఇక్కడ ఏదైనా టెక్స్ట్ బాక్స్ ఉంటే ఆ టెక్స్ట్ బాక్స్ ఇంటరాక్ట్ అవ్వడం మనకి ఏం లేవు అక్కడ. గాట్ ఇట్?
ఓకే ఓకే, అంటే
ఏదైనా సెల్లోకి ఎడిట్ చేయడం కానీ ఏం చేయలేం మనం, ఇక్కడ జస్ట్ డేటా ఒకటి రీడ్ చేసాం అంతే.
నాకు ఎట్లా అంటే డే టు డే యాక్టివిటీస్లోని నాకు ఎక్కడైనా ఒక వాల్యూ వాలిడేట్ చేయాలంటే దాన్ని ఇంకొక దగ్గర వెళ్ళి ఆ వాల్యూ తెచ్చుకొని ఇంకో దాంతో మల్టిప్లై చేసుకొని ఇట్లా ఉంటుంది. సో ఇక్కడ ఈ పర్టికులర్ టేబుల్లోని ఒక పర్టికులర్ రోలో ఒక పర్టికులర్ కాలంలో ఉన్న ఒక వాల్యూని తెచ్చుకోవాలంటే అప్పుడు ఎట్లా చెప్తాం?
రాసాం కదా, ఇప్పుడు రాసిన చూడు ఇక్కడ మనం పర్టికులర్ కాలమే కదా. రో నెంబర్ 1 కాలం నెంబర్ 1, రో నెంబర్ 1 కాలం నెంబర్ 2, రో నెంబర్ 2 కాలం నెంబర్ 1. సో ఇట్ విల్ గో లైక్ దిస్ ఓన్లీ.
సో ఇక్కడ లూప్ పెట్టారు కాబట్టి మొత్తం తిరిగినాయి కదా, లూప్ అవసరం లేదు అప్పుడు.
అన్ని ప్రతి ఒక్క కాలం వెళ్ళాలి కాబట్టి, ప్రతి ఒక్క రోజు ప్రతి ఒక్క కాలం డేటా కావాలి కాబట్టి లూప్ తిప్పాం.
మ్యాట్రిక్స్ ఆర్డర్
అంటే ఇక్కడ జస్ట్ ట్రైన్ టు ఇమాజిన్, ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఇచ్చిన దాంట్లోనే అది ఇప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ప్రతాప్, ఇప్పుడు కింద మనకి నారాయణ హృదయాలయ అని ఉంది. నారాయణ హృదయాలయంలోనే ఐ జస్ట్ వాంట్ కరెంట్ ప్రైస్ ఆఫ్ దట్ ఇది షీట్లో నుంచి.
That's what I'm telling, right? If you know exactly row, just hard code it and get it. But when you don't know where it is, you have to extract the data and you have to put a if condition. నీకు తగ్గట్టు లాజిక్ మార్చుకోవాలి నువ్వు.
ఓకే 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 ఓకే.
Okay, if this is going to be Narayana Hridayalaya, then go and get this particular price. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Now let's try to do something like, no, let me click on this link. Okay. And then let me come back and try to click on next link. Something like, no, on web table how to do interact with web elements actually. Okay, so let me comment out all of this. So I'm going to hard code it as TDF1 only here. Okay, let me remove this. What I'll do here is I'll click with page dot. Okay, and then await page dot. I want to go back, right? I'll be using await page dot go back again. I'll use this. Okay. So now click on it again, it is going back. Still the page is getting loaded, so that it is waiting there. If you see there, again it went and it clicked on something, INOX screen, again it went back. Now it is clicking on web soil energy system. You just see, keep changing, the tab name is getting changed. And it's clicking on KNS technologies and it come back, again it is clicking in the Prastha. This is how we are going to interact with the web elements that are available in a web table. Got it?
Okay.
Clear?
Okay.
Right? Okay. Anyone, any questions? No questions? All clear? Okay, so in my spec file I have different types of tests available, dude. Test 1, test 2, and test 3. This is going to be my step test 2, and this is going to be my test 3. I have 3 test cases. Okay, I have my 3 test cases. Now what I want to do here is I want to execute. Okay, let me put this in. So now describe is nothing but where you want to group all the test cases to a particular category. ఓకే, నేను లాగిన్ అని చెప్పి సూట్ రాశాను ఇక్కడ. సో ఆ లాగిన్కి నువ్వు వ్యాలిడ్, ఇన్వాలిడ్, వితౌట్ యూజర్ నేమ్, వితౌట్ పాస్వర్డ్, రైట్? యూ కెన్ రైట్ మల్టిపుల్ టెస్ట్ ఫర్ దట్. Okay, to categorize all the test cases into one group, what we'll do, we'll put a block called as describe block. We'll keep a block called as describe block. No, okay. Now if I want to execute, okay, let me close this and come back again. Okay, now if I want to execute, what I want to do, I want to go and execute one by one here, right? This is what we do actually, correct? So now what I'll do here is, instead of keeping here, I'll keep my page here. Describe won't accept, right? One second. Why I'm not getting this here? Actually we should get a play button here. Okay, let's see what will happen. So now what happened here is I have multiple tests available in my describe block. Okay, I want to run only a particular test case. I want to run only a particular test case. Okay, so just keep it as only. Just keep it as only, test dot only. Okay, now let me go to here and run this npx playwright test. Okay, and run this. Now if you guys see here, it is executing only my test 2, though there are multiple test cases available. It didn't executed it. It didn't executed it. See here, now without having that, I'm going to try to execute again. Now it executed every test case here. Test case 1, test case 2, and test case 3. See, test 2, test 1, test 3. It started executing. Now if I keep it just dot only, then what will happen? Only this particular test case will get executed. Say suppose you are working on a regression suit. You found an issue. Okay, you fixed it. You don't want to execute the entire test suite. You want to execute only a particular target test suite. So in such cases, what you will do, you use your test dot only. You use your test dot only. Clear? Now you want to skip this particular test case only and you want to execute rest of the things. If you want to skip any particular test case and you want to execute rest of the things, just use the keyword called as test.skip. It will skip that particular test case and it will execute only remaining the test cases. See here, it will be showing you one test case skipped and 2 are passed. I think we have to put test.describe. Yes, this is the one we have to keep. Correct. This is the one you have to keep. Then you'll be getting this play button. Okay, clear?
ఓకే బ్రదర్, ఇది ప్లే బటన్ కింద అవి ఉన్నాయి కదా, అదేంటి బ్రదర్ అది?
ఎక్కడ ప్లే బటన్ కింద?
అదే 5లోని 9లోని, 5లో 9లో అది ఫైల్లో ప్లే బటన్
ఈ పర్టికులర్ టెస్ట్ ఒకటి రన్ చేయడానికి ఓన్లీ దట్ పర్టికులర్ టెస్ట్ మిగతా రన్ కావచ్చు చూడు.
ఓకే ఓకే
ఇది కానీ హిట్ చేసానికి అన్ని టెస్ట్ కేసు రన్ అయిపోతాయి.
ఓకే ఓకే
ఓకే క్లియర్.
ప్రతాప్ ఇక్కడ డిస్క్రైబ్ లో లాగిన్ షీట్ పక్కన ఈ బ్రేసెస్ ఓపెన్ చేస్తారు కదా,
ఇక్కడ
ఇక్కడ మనకి లైన్ నెంబర్ 3లో
ఆ,
ఇక్కడ
బ్లాక్ ఇది. హియర్ వీ వాంట్ కీప్ ఎనీథింగ్, జస్ట్ ఎంటీ బ్లాక్ హియర్. మనం గ్రూప్ చేయడం కోసం డిస్క్రైబ్ పడడం అంతే.
బ్లాక్ పర్పస్ ఏంటి ప్రతాప్? జస్ట్ ఓన్లీ సింపుల్ గా
వీఆర్ గ్రూపింగ్ దెమ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ అంటే డిస్క్రైబ్ చేసే సూట్ అనమాట ఇది. ఇట్ ఈస్ ఏ కేటగిరీ ఆఫ్ ఎ సూట్.
ఓకే
ఓకే, సో ఈ లాగిన్ సూట్లో నేను ఏం చేశాను, లాగిన్ సంబంధించిన అన్ని టెస్ట్ కేసెస్ ఇక్కడ పెట్టుకున్నాను నేను తీసుకొచ్చి.
ఓకే
ఓకే, సో నా ఈ సూట్ మొత్తం రన్ చేయాలంటే నేను ఒకటి రన్ చేసే బదులు ఇక్కడికి వచ్చి రన్ చేసి అన్ని ఒకేసారి ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అయిపోతాయి.
ఓకే అంటే ఆ రెస్పెక్టివ్ బ్లాక్ ఇది మల్టిపుల్ అని అంటే ఇండికేట్ చేస్తుందా ఎలా?
ఇండికేట్ చేసుకుంటాం. ఎస్ ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ, దీస్ ఆల్ టెస్ట్ కేసెస్ బిలాంగ్ అండర్ దిస్ లాగిన్ సూట్ అని. క్లియరా?
ఇది స్టాండర్డ్ ఫార్మాట్.
ఎస్, we always do that.
ఓకే
ఇప్పుడు నీకు ఒక సినారియోకి మల్టిపుల్ టెస్ట్ కేసెస్ ఉంటాయి కదా భాస్కర్.
అవునవును ఎక్కడ
అన్నిటిని ఒక చోట ఒక డిఫరెంట్ ఫైల్స్ రాయలేం మనం.
అర్థమైంది నాకు, ఎందుకంటే జస్ట్ ఇక్కడ ఓన్లీ ఈ రెస్పెక్టివ్ ప్లేసెస్ ఓన్లీ
జస్ట్ గ్రూప్ చేయడం కోసం, ఈ టెస్ట్ డాట్ డిస్క్రైబ్ గ్రూప్ చేయడం కోసం వాడతాం మనం.
ఓకే ఓకే
ఓకే యా. సో నేను
రీఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయరా మళ్ళీ థర్డ్ అదే
విచ్ వన్?
అదే థర్డ్ లైన్లో ప్లే బటన్ ఒకసారి క్లిక్ చేయరా? మరి ఇక్కడ
స్కిప్ చేసాం కదా.
అది ఓకే, బట్ మనకి గ్లోబల్ సెటప్ టియర్ డౌన్ ఎందుకు రాలేదు?
విచ్ వన్?
గ్లోబల్ సెటప్
Sometimes it will be showing you on this one. Okay, if you see here, global setup is completed and global teardown will complete. Sometimes it won't show you on this which one test results. Okay, yeah, but it will execute, don't worry. Okay, so now based upon some condition I want to skip a test case, man. I don't want to skip just like that. If my XYZ is not available or if some ABC is not available, I want to skip my test case on a conditional base. So how do I skip this? Let's see here. I'm just putting A equal to number 10. If A is greater than 10 or greater than or equal to 10, okay, I want to skip this particular test case. I want to skip this particular test case. So how can I do this? Okay, instead of writing all these things, right, what we can do here is just put test.skip, okay, and put a condition here. A greater than or equal to 10. Okay, so then put your message why you are going to skip it. Skipping test case 2 as conditions met. Okay, now based upon this condition we are going to skip it. Now let me run this. See, now it picked all the 3 test cases, but it skipped that particular test case.
ఈజ్ గ్రేటర్ దాన్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఉంది కదా ప్రతాప్. అచ్చా, అప్పుడే స్కిప్ చేయడం కదా. ఓకే
Okay, clear?
ఓకే
Okay, so tomorrow I'll be telling you about tagging tests and the grouping of skipping group of test cases all at one go. Okay, so it won't we cannot cover this in next 5 minutes, it will take time. Okay, so just go through this and tomorrow we'll complete this one and we'll see how to take a screenshot and how to do this reporting part. Okay,
ఓకే
thank you guys.
థ్యాంక్ యూ.